Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to Thursday, December 26th spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Steve Johnson will be given an assignment by Ava Vitale. Ava might seek Steve to help her uncover the truth because she is unsure of who has been texting her and telling her to stay away from Brady Black. Steve Johnson will most likely learn about Kristen DiMera's denial and concur with Ava that this isn't her style. For Kristen, concealing herself behind an anonymous scheme is a little subtle because she prefers to be in your face. We'll see if Steve can figure out why Ava is receiving these enigmatic messages. It's probable that someone else is. Although Steve would never consider Ava his favorite person, he does care for her because she is Trip Johnson's mother and doesn't want her to suffer harm. Kristen and Lani Grant will next have a lovely reunion at the DiMera estate, according to Days teasers. There will be some adorable moments as these longtime friends rekindle their friendship, and Lani will also share photos of the twins and highlight Rachel Black's growth. Lani will undoubtedly participate in some Christmas cheer at Paulina Price and Abe Carver's house as well. As they have some family time, Abe, Paulina, Lani, Eli Grant, Jules Grant, and Carver Grant will all open gifts. There will be some kid-related celebrations at the hospital as well as a birthday party for the twins, so the fun will go on. According to teasers for Days, Abe will don a Santa Claus costume and provide some holiday cheer this year. She'll tell Brady how much she's missing John Black this Christmas over with Marlena Evans. Marlena wishes John could spend the holidays with her, but he is currently away on a particular mission. John will unfortunately meet a terrible end in the future and disappear while working for ISA. This is the beginning of the end for her husband, but Marlena will battle hard to find out where John is and try to find him. Brady will spend time with Rachel and give her a Christmas present in the interim, but our DOL predictions suggest that this will cause tension with Kristen to increase. For Rachel's sake, Brady and Kristen will need to figure out a way ahead, according to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, so keep an eye out. According to Tuesday, December 24th spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Stephanie Johnson informed Kayla Johnson about the most recent drama behind the scenes at Body and Soul because she believed Alex Kyriakis was having an affair with a co-star. Kayla was worried that Stephanie would hurry back into her relationship with her ex after she acknowledged kissing Philip Kyriakis. Stephanie downplayed the possibility of a reunion with Philip and thanked Kayla for her concern, even if she wasn't really sure where things were going. On Tuesday's episode of Days, Philip and Alex talked about Philip winning half of Titan after Philip practically ran into Alex in the town square. In the end, Philip told Alex about his kiss with Stephanie and admitted that they still needed to resolve her problems. Alex thought Philip was kissing him in the face to gloat, even though Philip said he was being truthful for the sake of keeping the family together. However, Alex maintained that Philip was free to do whatever he pleased with Stephanie and that it was none of his business. Although Philip stated that he was not yet dating Stephanie, it was obvious that he believed their relationship was going to develop. Alex acted as though he was okay with that, but in reality, he didn't appear okay at all. After Stephanie showed up, Philip implied that they were merely discussing her. Alex made the decision to go, but not before sending Stephanie a Merry Christmas greeting. Philip questioned whether Stephanie was open to seeing where their relationship went after the fact on Tuesday's DOL show. When Philip proposed a date for New Year's Eve, Stephanie seemed a bit uneasy, but she eventually said that sounds great and accepted the invitation. Rafe Hernandez received praise from Steve Johnson for locating Hattie Adams and gave Leo Stark his money in the pub on Tuesday's episode of Days. Rafe questioned whether this job would be successful and was concerned about the friction it created with Jada Hunter. Rafe was a valuable asset at Black Patch, so even though Steve knew that the scenario would cause more issues, he still hated to see him go. Rafe ultimately concluded that he loved his career and that it was important to him. He would simply need to figure out a way to work things out with Jada. Paulina Price at the Salem Police Department received word that Rafe was meddling, giving Hattie an opportunity to defend herself before being questioned. Jada said she didn't like the thought of controlling her man when Paulina encouraged her to do so. Even though Paulina was aware of that, she believed that Jada and Rafe still needed to agree on something. Jada pledged to try her hardest to find a solution and settle the case of the contaminated cupcakes as well. Paulina cautioned, however, that she had detested having to switch police commissioners once more. The tension between Rafe and Jada subsided when they apologized to each other at the Hernandez residence. Jada pondered how they would make things right going ahead, even if he now acknowledged that Rafe was only carrying out his duties. Rafe agreed with Jada's decision that they would simply need to learn as they went along. He heard about Stephanie's romantic problems when he got home to Kayla with Steve. Kayla decided to keep things simple and concentrate just on the fact that Stephanie would be joining them for Christmas. E.J. DiMera thought Rafe was visiting the DiMera mansion, but Arnold Feniger poured himself a drink and acknowledged it was indeed him. Arnold, who was Rafe's plastic surgery doppelganger, was meant to be playing dead in Argentina, so that infuriated E.J. After E.J. and Stefano DiMera hired Arnold to ruin Rafe and Sammy Brady's relationship, there was some concern that he would lose his mind. But the DiMeras made the decision to keep Arnold alive in case he could come in handy later. Flashbacks from some days showed that the inmates who attacked Arnold when he was incarcerated were employed by the DiMeras and gave him a medicine that mimicked death, Dr. Wilhelm Rolfs. The funds that had been used to send Arnold to Argentina had now run out. For this reason, Arnold returned to offer his services and withdraw money from the DiMera bank. When Johnny DiMera appeared, he inquired as to Rafe's purpose. Since Rafe had always been close to his son, E.J. argued that Rafe was joking when Arnold asked if he knew Johnny. Rafe complied by implying that he was merely playing with Johnny, who appeared uncomfortable with E.J. and Rafe's relationship. But once they were alone, E.J. continued the deed, yelling commands at Arnold. E.J. wanted Arnold back in Argentina as soon as possible, but he was willing to make one last payment. Arnold concluded that because the estate was so comfortable, he wanted to stay for a while and hoped that E.J. would see his value. We'll give you more predictions about whatever tricks Arnold might have up his sleeve because teasers for Days of Our Lives indicate he will cause E.J. a lot more trouble. According to teasers for Days of Our Lives, DOL, Carson Boatman's character Johnny DiMera lied to hide his own infidelity. However, Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, Joy Wesley, Alex N. Hopkins, Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, and others are already having issues as a result of that falsehood. As is common with soap opera plots, this simply appears to be getting worse. Could Alex and Joy face yet another issue as a result of the unexplained leak of body and soul spoilers? Let's discuss the options after you finish reading. Spoilers for Days of Our Lives. Johnny DiMera's lie. According to spoilers, Johnny and Alex were debating whether or not to tell Chanel Dupree DiMera, Raven Bowens, the truth. Johnny cooked up a tale when Chanel entered abruptly. Joy and Alex were allegedly sharing a bed, according to Johnny. Chanel ought to have realized that the deception was absurd. Chanel might not want to know the truth, though, because she also loves her spouse. Chanel Dupree DiMera's pressure in DOL spoilers. Following Johnny's deception of Chanel, the baker spoke with Joy. As has been the case with Chanel and Joy, the conversation was awkward. Joy is acting quite suspicious around Johnny's wife, and Chanel is pushing the new BFF idea a bit too far.